Hey everyone. It's been a little while. I'm busy the last couple of weeks. I don't know about where you are, but it's definitely winter is here. It's cold up here. And with that, cold and flu season. So we've got some people in our house not feeling the best. So with that, it kind of makes things definitely a little busier. But everyone's kind of on the up and up now. So that's wonderful. So yeah, I thought I'd have an opportunity today. I thought I'd jump on, and I've been really missing our pulls together. So the deck that really spoke to me today, we've used this one, is one of my favorites. We've used this one a couple times. Is the Wisdom of the Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reed. There you go. This one, I'm sure you'll remember. Okay, so I just find I get really nice positive messages with this one. Um, and I feel like I could really use that this really frigid December time. And we're coming into that so busy already, right? The Christmas season. I love the Christmas season. Don't get me wrong, love touching base with all the family and the friends and all the festivities. But let's be honest, that can be a lot sometimes, right? It's like, whoa, whoa. And even just thinking ahead to the holidays, I get a little tired. I was like, it's going to be a lot happening. Okay. It'll be all really fun. Everything's going to go really well. But I'm just feeling, personally, I'm feeling that a little bit more than usual. Like, whew, there's like a lot happening. It's a busy, busy time. Okay. I'm really getting that feel. So I'm just curious. I feel like I could use a nice positive message around that. We'll see what comes through. Okay. All right. Here we go. Let's give it a nice shuffle. All right. Flip it around here. Just go till we feel, oh, that one really stuck out. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay, I don't know if I've ever pulled this card before. Number 14, there it is. Truth be told. Truth be told. Interesting. And in the picture, I'm seeing the owl and kind of in the center of the body, maybe around the heart chakra, solar plexus, like opening of a chamber that looks like a blue sky. And then it looks like the little heart's kind of flying out. Truth be told, maybe more focusing on the heart chakra there. Interesting. Okay, I'm very intrigued. So let's read the message in a little more detail here. Number 14. Ooh. I find I usually get exactly what I need to hear out of these. So I am interested here. Okay, essential meetings, honesty, accepting things at face value, coming out of denial, the willingness to be transparent, and clarity of communication. Honesty, accepting things at face value, coming out of denial. So just thinking about areas of your life. I'm thinking about areas of my life where right now there might be a need for that. Accepting things at face value, not trying to make them something that you want them to be. Like, it is what it is. And being honest about that with yourself. I think that's the biggest thing. Like, honestly, being honest with others is very important as well. But I don't think you can unless you're being honest with yourself around an issue or circumstance. Interesting. So coming out of denial, and that's like a very internal thing. Like, am I looking at this thing in an unbiased way? Like, in not trying to make it something that I want it to be, right? So I know I do have a tendency around that. I want things to be the way I want them to be. But can I look at it honestly? Interesting. And I found it interesting, the clarity of communication piece. The first thing that comes to mind is being able to speak your truth, right? Am I able to speak once I see the truth of it and being honest with myself, am I able to communicate that truth with others? So the oracle's message, let's check this out. So there is the truth, which is the essence of a thing. And then there is a truth, subjective according to the philosophy of the adherent or believer. So isn't that the truth? So we all have our own perspective and truths about things, and that has to do, I think, with like, we all have a different story, right, or background that's kind of created where we are in this present moment. Absolutely. And that creates a lot of filters through which we see things. So that will definitely influence our individual truth. But I find that very intriguing, that idea that there's an essential truth that hasn't got any of those filters, right? Interesting. So this is not a time for debate about which truth is truer. Okay. I've fallen into that before, that trap before, of like, wait, you're not seeing this right. This is the right way to see this, right? Oh my goodness. Okay. This is a truth when you are called to proclaim your truth out loud, and be willing to be transparent. Or this is a time when you are called to proclaim your truth out loud and be willing to be transparent, honest, and open in your communication with others and with yourself. So whatever your truth is, as honestly as you can look at that situation, it sounds like this is a time for that. Like, get real about it, right? And can you communicate that directly to others? That sounds like a very valuable thing right now. Nothing less than surrender to what is. Peeling off the layers of denial that kept you tied to an illusion will set you free. Nothing less than surrender to what is. So I know I've had issues around that word surrender before, and you hear a lot of it like, oh yeah, it's just surrender to whatever, right? And it's almost like you get this feeling of like a giving up, and I don't think that's what it actually means. For me, it's like I have to accept that this thing is happening. It's almost like an acceptance. Like, it is. No matter what I want, this is what is in this moment, right? And surrendering to that truth. And then, once you're in that place, can you be, it says, peel off the layers of denial. Can you just like let that, no, it's not, resistance to what is, go? Okay. Because no matter how much you don't want it, it is. It's not true. That's an illusion. I think I love that. The denial that kept you tied to an illusion. That's in your head, right? Like, oh no, but I want it should be okay, cool, but it isn't, right? It is what it is, and that will set you free. That acceptance and surrender. I'm gonna remember that over the holidays when I want things to be different or someone to say something different, right? Be authentic and gloriously flawed. Ah, yes. And spirit will answer with miracles. So just being, just your truth, right? Not trying to be what you think someone else needs you to be, or what you think needs to be, right? What is and how you are. And gloriously flawed as that may be, as imperfect as your mind tells you that is, it is, right? And accepting that too, right? Like, absolutely. And I love that the spirit will answer with miracles. I'm open to the miracles. Absolutely. So I think more from that heart space, I think that's what we're talking about here, right? That authentic, here I am. This is my truth. And not a truth I'm going to beat someone over the head with. Right? Like, I realize that everyone has their own individual truth, but like, I'm going to kind of walk forward from this place of truth within myself, and with the acknowledgement that others will do the same, and accepting that, right? Like, that's okay. Everyone will have their own truth, and that's okay. Miracles will come from that, right? I think sometimes we feel like, I know I do for sure, like, I'm the oldest in my family, and teacher, mother, whatever. I need to control the things, right? I need to make the things what they need to be. And for me, it's just a really helpful reminder coming into this season where I take that role on pretty seriously, of like, really, you got to accept what it is. You don't have that control that you think your brain thinks you have, your mind thinks you have. Accepting what is, going with the flow of that, from a place of truth to yourself, managing your time, your energy, that, okay, this is what I have, this is what I can do here, right? And being honest about that. For me, that's what I'm going to try to remember around this. And it will answer, spirit will answer with miracles. Like, it's going to all work out. It's going to, in ways that I'm sure will be very surprising, and interesting for sure. Okay, that's kind of how I'm taking that today. So hopefully that spoke to you a little bit. thinking about in your life, where you can, get honest with yourself. I think this starts with the self, right? Honest, accepting things at face value, right? Coming out of denial around any issues, and being able to be transparent, and speaking and communicating from the heart with that transparency. I think that's a really great reminder. That's a really great reminder for me as well. All right. Hopefully you enjoyed that. So great to be able to touch base again. And hopefully, as we move into this busy season, you're remembering to take care of yourself, and I'm going to speaking to myself here, to take time like this for your well-being, so that your cup is full, right? And you're able to give from that authentic, full place. So take care, and until next time.